Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss topic 17. In this we are going to deal conservation of forest, flora and fauna. And in this we will also discuss conservation of fodder and forage. So first off, we are discussing here conservation of forest, flora and fauna. So why we need conservation? First of all, because now I am discussing reasons for conservation, why we should conserve. They're important for their medicinal values. The forest flora is highly rich in medicinal values. I don't know if you know or it know. 1/3 of pharmaceutical needs come from wild plants. They keep environment healthy. Example, they fight harmful GHG emissions. They maintain ecological balance. They have economic importance. Such as you can see fossil fuels. They help preserve biodiversity. Help preserve biodiversity. They help in soil conservation, enhance soil fertility. Example, you can say microorganisms in forest help us in nitrogen fixation. They provide oxygen to breathe. Who provide oxygen? As plants, trees. They have significant role in carbon cycle. As they absorb carbon during photosynthesis. Provide employment. They cater natural disasters. Example, flood, tsunami. The area having high amount of forest can nicely cater floods. They are good for recreation. They regulate our climate. So these are some reasons why we should conserve our forest flora and fauna. And how? Now moving on to how will we conserve it? What are the steps we need to take to conserve our forest flora and fauna and forest resources? First of all, we will develop protective areas such as national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, etc. endangered and vulnerable species can be kept in captivity. Vulnerable species can be kept in captivity, such as zoos to breed to increase their, why we do breeding? To increase their population. We need to prohibit deforestation and hunting. We need to use our forest resources sustainably. Sustainable use of forest resources, example, timber. We need to emphasize on reforestation and afforestation. Reforestation and afforestation. We need to emphasize on these things. We need to create proper forest management bodies. To enforce and monitor wildlife actions and update on latest events. So these are some of the points how we can protect our forests, flora and fauna, and you can add as per you, other points as per you. This is a very flexible topic, so you should be creative in adding your points also. Now moving on to next topic, that is forage conservation. First of all, we will differentiate fodder versus forage. They are both similar terms, but what is the common difference we will see here. So fodder is cultivated plant species that are utilized by livestock feed. Cultivated plant species used for livestock feeding. Livestock, S-T-O-C-K, livestock feed. And what is forage? Forage is vegetative matter. Vegetative matter, fresh or preserved for animal feed. Fresh or preserved for animal feed. So this is vegetative matter that is fresh or we have preserved it for animal feed. But in fodder we have cultivated the plant species for livestock feed only. Okay, I hope you can see a common thin difference here. Cultivated solely for livestock feed mainly, but if we have this is a vegetative matter which are preserved, or this is fresh which we are using at animal feed. Harvested and used for stall feeding. It is what remains of legume crops, etc. used in hay, silage, pasture, etc. So there are names of legume crops and other crops also, not only legume crops. That's why I've used here, etc. Used in the form of hay, silage, pasture, etc. For example of fodder age, we've got grass cultivated for animal grazing. And one point you must remember that fodder is also a forage. Fodder is also a forage. The grass that we are giving animals, that is also a kind of forage. This is fresh. We are giving fresh grass to animals. But it is solely done for animal feeding. But in forest that is not solely done. The remains are used for animal feeding. And here, for example, remains of paddy, for example, remains of any crop that is used in animal feed is forage. This is the common difference between fodder and forage. Hope you are all understand it. Now we will see what is forage conservation. Why we need forage conservation. Forage conservation. Needs of forage conservation. Why need forage conservation? First of all, forage crop having great root systems can improve organic matter of soil. Forage crops with great root system can help us increase organic matter content of soil. Forage crops are rich in vitamins, fiber, and proteins that enhance metabolic activity of animals. What they do? Enhance metabolic activity of animals. They are rich in minerals also, which helps poultry in bone, egg cell formations. They also help in balance in hormone production, balance of fluid, hormone production. And they reduce weed development, they reduce soil erosion. So these are some of the reasons why we need to conserve our forage crops, forage conservation. And you should add your points also. You should be flexible in these things, but this is the core points which I have talked here. I hope you all understand it, why we need to conserve our forage. Keep making notes, this will help. Forage conservation was asked previously, so that's why I have taken it here, so that you can remember it. And techniques were also asked. Techniques of forage conservation. There are mainly two techniques, that is silage making and hay making. First of all, we see silage making, which is also known as silage making, which is also known as insealing. So what is silage? Silage is green fodder that can be preserved as silage and stored for long time. Green fodder is preserved as silage and stored for how much time? It can be used stored up to 6 months. Silage is green succulent roughage. Green succulent roughage preserved under this is under, hope you understand it. It is under, sorry for this bad handwriting. I hope you understand it. That's why I'm talking continuously, so that you can understand my bad handwriting. Green succulent trapeze preserved under controlled anaerobic condition. Controlled anaerobic fermentation. That is in absence of oxygen. In absence of oxygen. By compacting green chops in air and watertight receptacles. By compacting green chops in air and watertight. We have to make the receptacles air and watertight, or watertight storage we do here to increase anaerobic fermentation. That is how we can make silage, roughage, preserved under control anaerobic fermentation. Anaerobic fermentation, that is in absence of oxygen, by compacting green chops in air and watertight receptacles or storage. So this is the first technique, that is you will make the forage into silage. And the second technique is hay making. This is a very common technique. I hope you have seen it in villages also. Hay making. How will you make hay? Hay is stored forage that is essentially characterized by having low moisture content. In this hay, the forage is having low moisture content that is less than 15%. So when there is low moisture contents, it can be stored unharmed by fermentation and malts. Stored fermentation and malts, as the water content is very low for the malts to grow. This is most common and easy method. Most common and easy method for preserving seasonal excess. Seasonal excesses of green fodder. This is green fodder, not girlfriend. Okay, GF here is green fodder. And the only method of preserving farm byproducts. This is what hay making is. In hay, hay is stored forage that is essentially characterized by having low moisture content less than 50%. This means it can be stored unharmed by fermentation and malts. Common and easy method for preserving seasonal excesses of green fodder. Seasonal excesses, when in some season we are having excess of green fodder, so we will simply make it hay. The only method, and it is the only method of preserving farm byproducts. So example, we have seen the remains of paddy. You have seen the remains of paddy chopped and kept into rooms so that it can be fed to animals. So that is a kind of hay. So hope you understand this. So here we have completed the complete forestry section, and from the next lecture we will move into soil science. So here we are going good, and if you keep supporting me, keep liking my videos, keep watching it, I will be encouraged. Overall, if you don't like it also, I will also complete the whole syllabus then only, but you should if you like it, it will encourage me. So we have just completed the forestry part. Forestry is completed, and now we will move to soil science from the next lecture. For any queries, comment. If you like it, please press the like button, share and subscribe. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.